Well,
Tonight will be our night.
oh.
All I have is a home number. I don't know if home 783. But I don't know, as you could be
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Hi.
stuck. And I'm calling him.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
backstroke.
Yeah.
Is this Mr. Hartley? Yeah. No, they're emailed to you now. Waiting just, we don't have a quorum unless you come. We'll come and get him. Okay, sounds good. All right, bye-bye. He's coming. He's turning off the food on the stove and he'll be right here.
He won't get to
Well,
eat.
why don't we just
It's like, I didn't get a package. I said they come in emails. He's like, oh, that's right.
So he's coming in blind, huh? He must have had a fun ride over here.
mm. Wow.
Rain days. Doc, Brian? I mean, they can see
How to watch.
go into city governments and then click on videos. Oh, live right now, but that I do not know. I know where to go to look at the recording.
Last ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Josh and Brenda watch it from the house. Call him because Josh is probably gonna come over here thinking I don't like.
Bags.
What?
Juice.
4:30.
I don't know what that. Oh,
Good to see you.
10 after.
yeah, uh-huh. Hmm?
Four.
Yeah.
Blowing you in the face.
That's right, last time we had that issue. I forgot about that.
We have
Because
a
the
fan
fans
on,
are going.
And he said, you have
Yeah, they're sitting out there sweating.
It's beyond the book.
I agree. I don't mess around with that.
Cruise. There's like on one side and two of the others on the other.
nope.
Now,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
My son out.
Well, how long?
gavel the meeting closed, and we're done. You have a problem there? No, I didn't think you would. No, no problem there.
Not on that one.
They didn't argue it.
Don't show up, you get the maximum penalty, meeting over.
She said if nobody shows, we should vote, they all get the maximum
Penalty, gavel the meeting closed, and we're done.
It'll be a short meeting when Charlie gets here.
There's nobody here to.
Bless you, Charlie.
Sorry about that.
She said something about the
It had
first
to be
two
on a
something.
Rainy night, yes.
That's good.
That's why we call him, because all the rest of us
It's
are
like
here.
Indiana Jones.
Really? Oh, when the weather gets serious, your clothes gotta get
Okay,
serious.
can I turn on mics?
My apologies.
This meeting of the Code Enforcement Board of the City of Cape Canaveral is now called to order. Would the secretary please call the roll? I got ahead over there.
Ms. Russell,
Here.
Mr. Godfrey,
Here.
Mr. Hartley,
Here.
Ms. Collins,
Here.
Ms. Stone.
Here.
And Mr. Cloney's absent.
Yes.
Okey doke. I wonder if that grandbaby's here yet. He was awfully excited. We need to look at the minutes of the last meeting, and I have a couple of questions about that. On item number 2, the fourth paragraph, there are no dates involved with that action. The one that, the paragraph that, or no, the date's duplicated. Motion by Mr. Cloney, and then it has August the 3rd, and then August the 3rd again. Is that correct?
Which one was that?
It's the fourth paragraph under the comments about case number 2017-166. It's item 2 on the second page of the minutes.
Hold on 1 second.
When I read it, it didn't look right to me.
See where she's referring to?
Maybe it's, we've got one phrase in there too many times.
Fourth paragraph into that.
Yeah,
Starts motion by Mr. Cloney.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
How should it read, Brian?
With the change of the date to August 3rd, 2018 should be removed because it's.
Delete, it's,
Yeah, just deleted because the recommendation that they made was to give him till August 3rd.
right. So delete that phrase starting with the word with.
Yes.
It will be fixed. It will be fixed.
Okay, and then on the next case, there is no date for that one.
There's no date.
Which one's that?
The one about, it was against Mr. Wells, and it had to do with property at Oceanside Palms condominium, so we're on the third page of the minutes. The last,
Case number 4, or number 4, item number 4.
no, it's item number 3. Case number 2017-179.
Okay.
We need to put a date in that one.
The recommendation was to, fine be immediately imposed. And that's
Okay.
what was, accepted and unanimously.
Okay,
Here's it right now.
oh, the fine be immediately, okay, I knew something wasn't the same there. Therefore, no date is required,
No, immediately means that day.
right then. In regard to that case, did anything happen?
I don't know. That's not, that's,
All righty, and our next meeting then will be scheduled for September something.
20th. The 20th.
Okay. Third Thursday following the third Tuesday, right?
Correct.
Okay, so mark that in your notes, folks. The 20th of September. Yeah, if anybody is going to be giving any testimony in any cases here tonight, is there anybody that we need to swear in? Just Chris and Brian.
Thank you. Do you hereby swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give this evening is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okey-doke.
A little, real quick, a little bit of housekeeping. Let's just keep in mind, the board members, that, October, November, sometimes we start to get to where we're getting into the holidays and getting into people going on leave and stuff like that. So September is really our last solid one that we look at, besides like October, but we don't try to do cases around those times because of vacations and stuff. So if we really need to know if you're not going to be here in September, because that is going to probably be a big one.
We don't traditionally meet in December unless it's an emergency situation.
Yes, November and December normally.
Right. So that'll help your social calendars, ladies. Okay. All right. Can you bring up the screen with our agendas on it, please?
Aren't they on?
I got a lovely picture of sea oats and a, oh, there we go, now.
The first one will be, do you have your agenda packet?
I did not print mine out. It was lengthy, so I didn't print it out. But I know the first case is the one on Oak Lane, and I understand it's in compliance.
Two of those, Brian. Two of those.
So this is case number 2018-210. Property located at 127 Oak Lane, public nuisance, standards established, landscape appearance, and that one did come into compliance.
Yes, ma'am, came into compliance Wednesday. So we're
Didn't
not-
push it too close, did we?
No, not too close.
Okay. And the second case is case number 2018-212, property at 8501 Astronaut Boulevard. Pantelis Marco Giannakis, property owner, and he was not receptive of his notice.
No, ma'am, he did not sign for the notice, so we're going to table that until September Code Board.
Okay, so that takes care of two. We're down to case number 2018-215, non-conforming signs. These are signs that have outlived their grandfathering appointment, and this one is right up the road here. Is it the one at which facility?
This one will be Chevron.
The Chevron,
Yes,
okay.
I do believe. Yes. The address is 8090 Astronaut Boulevard. The legal and parcel ID are on your screens. The violation is for non-conforming signs. The notice of violation was sent on 6/15/2018 with a return receipt of 6/18/2018. The order to appear was sent on 8/10/2018 with a return receipt of 8/13/2018. This is the property. It's right behind, almost right behind the Cumberland Farms there. I'm sure everybody's seen the sign. On 12/2/2015, a sign letter to the property owner was sent. This sign letter was sent to all property owners outlining the new city council ruling. And the city council ruling, I believe, was actually in 2014, and then we held off to start implementing. Yes, September 16th of 2014, city council revised the sign code ordinance. And February 15th of 2018, we sent a second letter out informing individuals that if they did not start to bring their properties into compliance, then they would start receiving notices of violation. On 6/15 of 2018, a notice of violation was sent to the property owner. On 6/22 of 2018, received an email from Kemp Signs stating they were working with the property owner to bring the sign into compliance. On 6/28 of 2018, received an email from Kemp Signs requesting information on the existing sign. 6/29 of 2018, email correspondence with Kemp Signs. On 8/15 of 2018, Ms. Reeves from Kemp Signs sent a rendering of the new proposed sign for the building official approval. The building official informed Ms. Reeves the proposed sign meets the intent of the code and for her to submit plans and a survey along with the permit application. Real quick, I put in the section of the code that City Council changed, Section 94-121, non-conforming signs. I will paraphrase. It's basically stating that the signs that are in existence and lawfully erected at the time that this was put out are considered non-conforming, and that they will be replaced within this a certain time frame. Then you go down to pole signs, and the pole signs termination by amortization. Any non-conforming pole sign existing on September 16, 2014 and not terminated pursuant to any other provisions of this section shall be permanently removed or modified into a pylon sign by September 16, 2016. Then it, of course, goes into how you can turn it into a pylon sign. A pole sign, this is right out of our code. Pole signs are signs that are supported by one or more exposed vertical supports of any shape which are comprised of steel or other corrosive alloys. Two examples of a pole sign are, and this is right out of our code. We have the pictures in there and everything. This is the sign at the chevron. As you can tell, it is exactly what that one on the right is. I have spoken to the sign company, I've spoken to the property representative, and they are in the process of getting a permit to replace. They're actually going to completely replace the sign, and they're going to actually move the sign, and they're working with the building official at this time. But however, as you can tell, the property representative isn't here. So if you don't mind, I'll go to my staff recommendation.
Please do.
Based on the evidence and testimony presented at this hearing, staff respectfully requests that the Code Enforcement Board find the respondents in violation as set forth in the notice of violation and give the respondent until September 19th, 2018 to obtain a permit or a fine be immediately imposed in the amount of $75 for the first day and $25 every day thereafter until compliance is confirmed by the Code Enforcement Officer and all costs associated with the enforcement of the violation be imposed.
Looks good. Any questions?
Move that we accept the recommendation of the staff.
You move.
He so moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept staff recommendation as presented. Any other questions at all? Hearing none, call the vote.
Ms. Russell,
4.
Mr. Godfrey,
4.
Mr. Hartley,
4.
Ms. Collins,
4.
Ms. Stone.
4.
Thank you, Brian. What's the time frame running these days between permitting a sign and getting one installed?
They're doing them pretty quick now. The Kindle signs, as you'll see in the next one, they've been doing a lot of the signs in our area, turning them into pylon signs, and they've gotten to the point where they know exactly what we want, exactly what we need them to do, and they go out, they measure, boom, 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 and they're done. It's not taking that long at all to get them done. It's getting the owners motivated to go out there and have them brought into compliance, because the sign companies are ready and they're motivated. It's just you have to get them in, have them, basically start the process. And we're not finding a lot of pushback from the owners on this. It's just it's taken. We have a lot of signs too in the city that need to be changed.
Yes,
so.
we do. Okey-doke. And we have one more case to hear, case 2018-216, Non-conforming signs, same song, second verse, different address, McDonald's Corporation.
Yes, it'll sound exactly the same. 8780 Astronaut Boulevard, Cape Canaveral, Florida, 32920. Violation is for non-conforming sign. Notice of violation was sent on 6/15/2018, return receipt of 6/19/2018. Order to appear was sent on 8/10/2018 with a return receipt of 8/13/2018. This is the property. On 12/2, that was when we sent the signed letter out to the property owners. On 2/15, sent the second letter out to the property owners. On 2/22/2018, staff spoke with the McDonald's representative and informed them of the sign and permitting requirements. On 6/15/2018, a notice of violation was sent to the property owner. On 7/3/2018, Dawn Salazar contacted staff inquiring about the sign. Staff informed her of the sign and permitting requirements. On 8/16/2018, we received an update from Ms. Salazar informing staff Kendall Signs had been hired to bring sign into compliance. On 8/22/2018, Kendall Signs contacted staff informing us they would apply for the permit the following week, which is next week.
You don't,
Once again, there's section 94-121. Once again, there's your pole signs. And that's the McDonald's sign we've all seen. And they're hiring now, starting at $9.
is that sign gonna be relocated?
I do not believe so. I think they're just covering it in accordance with the code.
Is that gonna be a visual obstruction in that location?
No, that is not in the visibility triangle.
Okay. Alrighty. We have we have nobody here to speak for McDonald's, just what you've told us.
No.
Somebody want to make a motion regarding this option or this
You need a
solution?
staff recommendation.
Yep,
Staff recommendation, I can read it. It's exactly the same as the last one. Where I'm asking the board to give them until September 19th to come into or to obtain a permit, not come into compliance, but obtain a permit.
I so move that we accept staff recommendation.
Second.
we have a motion and a second, Mr. Hartley and Mr. Walter, I just lost your last name. Godfrey, that's it, Godfrey. We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, call the vote, please, Ginger.
Ms. Russell,
Four.
Mr. Godfrey,
4.
Mr. Hartley,
4.
Ms. Collins,
4.
Ms. Stone.
4.
Okey-doke. Thank you. That brings our meeting to a close unless somebody has something to add to the good of the world or us folk or brought boots to wade.
Did we vote to approve the minutes from last month?
They have to be,
They have to be redone.
Oh, okay.
That was the question, that was the point. So I will not be signing these, but I will be signing them when I come in to sign those other two board orders. Is that all right? All good? Works for you? Okay.
Works for me.
You're out of here. Jennifer's gonna begin her wade home. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being so quick. I'll let food on the stove.
We could have been on our way home. We could have been on our way home.